What inspires me the most when I write music? Probably my ex-girlfriend.
Imagine loving someone so deeply that the whole world watches you fall apart when it ends. That's exactly what happened with Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. And the truth behind it is more heartbreaking than you think. This wasn't just another Hollywood breakup. It was a love story that played out in front of millions, and it still leaves people wondering what really happened. Before Justin Bieber was the global superstar we all know today, he was just a teenage boy in love. But he wasn't in love with just anyone, he was head over heels for Selena Gomez. Their relationship wasn't kept behind closed doors. It was loud, proud, and completely out in the open. Justin didn't hold anything back. He showed the world what it looked like to fall in love deeply, messily, and publicly. He once rented out the entire Staples Center. Yes, the whole arena, just to watch the movie Titanic with Selena alone. That isn't something you do for just anyone. That's not just romantic. It's obsessive, passionate, and emotional on a level that most people don't even dream of. And that was just one moment in their intense roller coaster love story. When Justin was with Selena, it felt like he was glowing. Every red carpet photo, every paparazzi shot, he looked like a guy who couldn't believe he was living his dream. He held her hand like she was the only thing grounding him. He looked at her like she was magic. And fans noticed it wasn't just their relationship people admired. It was the way he expressed his love for her that felt so real, so raw. Selena wasn't just Justin's girlfriend, she was his muse. So many of his most emotional, powerful songs were inspired by her. When he released hits like Sorry, What Do You Mean, and Where Are You Now, fans immediately connected the lyrics to his on and off relationship with Selena. But those songs weren't just about breakups, they were confessions. They were emotional outbursts turned into music, and you could hear the pain and regret in every word. Justin didn't just use music to say what he felt, he used it to try and hold on to the love that was slipping away from him. And even when he and Selena were apart, she was always on his mind. He admitted it in interviews. He never denied how much she meant to him. In fact, he called her his first real love, the girl who made him feel the most, the one who broke his heart, and maybe even the one he never really let go of. What made their connection even more powerful was the fact that Justin never turned cruel. He didn't insult Selena or air out their private business when things went south. Even during their hardest times, when rumors swirled, when they broke up over and over, Justin still spoke of her with kindness. He never tried to ruin her reputation. Instead, it felt like he was still trying to protect something sacred between them. That doesn't mean their love was perfect. In fact, it was far from it. Their relationship was intense, emotional, and at times toxic. Justin's life was spiraling out of control. He was getting into legal trouble, lashing out at paparazzi, and facing the darkest sides of fame. And Selena was caught right in the middle of it all. She later spoke about the emotional toll, saying she felt like a victim at times. But even through the chaos, Justin never seemed to lose that soft spot for her. It was like no matter what, he still cared. Then in 2018, everything changed. Justin married Hailey Baldwin, and it happened fast, shockingly fast. Just months after his final breakup with Selena, he was walking down the aisle with someone else. Fans were stunned. How could he go from breaking down over Selena to marrying another woman in the blink of an eye? It didn't add up. Many people believed he hadn't taken the time to truly heal. That instead of moving on naturally, he rushed into marriage, hoping it would finally shut the door on the past. But the past doesn't stay buried that easily, especially when the love was that deep. From the start, Justin's relationship with Hailey looked and felt different. The public affection wasn't there. The emotional songs were gone, the grand gestures were missing. Instead of romantic moments, fans saw awkward ones, like Justin shutting a car door on Hailey without even looking back, or walking ahead of her like she wasn't there. It was a far cry from the guy who once cried over Selena and sang his heart out about love. The music reflected that shift too. When Justin was with Selena, every album was filled with passion and emotion. Each lyric told a story. But after marrying Hailey, things changed. Albums like Changes felt lighter, less intense. Songs like Yummy didn't carry the same emotional weight. They sounded forced. Critics noticed. Fans noticed. It was like the fire that once drove Justin's music had been put out. His social media told the same story. Back in the day, even during breakups, Justin posted about Selena all the time. Old pictures, sweet captions, heartfelt messages, he made it clear she was still in his heart. But with Hailey, it started strong and then faded fast. By 2023, posts about her were rare. The love didn't seem as loud anymore. And when Selena got engaged to someone else, Justin didn't stay quiet. Instead, he posted strange memes and cryptic messages, things fans saw as bitter jabs. He was married, but still clearly affected by his ex. That says a lot. All the while, Hailey was right there by his side. Through Justin's battle with Lyme disease, the public hate, the endless drama, Hailey stayed. She supported him, defended him, and gave her all. But what did she get in return? Not much, if we're being honest. Justin didn't celebrate her publicly. He didn't write love songs about her. Sometimes he didn't even look happy around her. And that kind of one-sided loyalty is hard to ignore. Fans couldn't help but compare. Selena got the songs, the gestures, the fairy tale moments. Hailey got silence. It's not that she isn't deserving, it's that something in Justin changed. And maybe that's the most heartbreaking part of all. Because maybe it's not about choosing between Selena or Hailey. Maybe it's about what happened to Justin himself. With Selena, he was young, raw, and full of emotion. He made mistakes, yes, but he also gave everything he had. He loved hard. He wrote from his soul. He fought for something he believed in. But that version of Justin, the one who loved loudly and lived through his art, he might not be around anymore. Fame can do that to a person. It can drain you, numb you, and turn your emotions into something you lock away just to survive. Maybe Justin isn't cold because he doesn't care. Maybe he's guarded because he's been burned. Maybe the heartbreaks, the pressure, the guilt, they all piled up. And now he's just tired. Some fans think Justin still regrets losing Selena. Others believe he's grown up and moved on. But if that's true, why does his love for Hailey feel so different? Why is there a gap between the way he used to love and the way he loves now? That's what people keep asking. Not just who did he love more, but what happened to the version of him that knew how to love that much? It's a fair question, because when someone loves you that deeply, they leave a mark. And even if you try to move on, parts of your heart stay stuck in that past. Justin may be married, but his story with Selena isn't easy to forget. And maybe that's because it wasn't just a relationship. It was the most vulnerable part of him on full display. It was real, it was messy, and it was unforgettable. Hailey deserves love too. Real, loud, passionate love. But what happens when the man you marry is still haunted by the ghost of a love he lost? Can you ever feel fully chosen if his most emotional songs were written for someone else? That's why this story still matters to fans. It's not about gossip. It's about watching someone go from loving with their whole heart to barely showing emotion at all. It's about wondering what changes a person so much. And it's about realizing that sometimes the greatest love stories don't end in marriage. They end in memories. So maybe the real question isn't who Justin loved more. Maybe it's whether he ever really stopped loving Selena at all. And if he didn't, what does that mean for Hailey? What does it mean for the man he's become? Only Justin truly knows the answer. But one thing is clear, some love stories never fade. They just stop being told.